Okay, I'm doing the Golden Eye reference to Madonna dying. Maybe it's a reference to Madonna dying. Um, but I'll show you the connections anyway, and you can just decide for yourself what you think. But Golden Eye, what's so special about this film? It is absolutely loaded with references to the dam, to coming out of the dam. There's just so many references. I could probably spend a whole day doing a video talking about all the little bits and bobs that are in this film. But anyway, the main obvious one is right at the start where Pierce Brosnan, where the stunt guy, does the dam jump. Okay, jumps off of the top of the dam, comes over the dam. Okay, we see a similar thing in I Pet Goat when the dude jumps off the tower or whatever he jumps off of, or whatever that is in I Pet Goat. Let me show you. Might be able to get away with playing just a bit of this. Look, there's the sun, there's the flag. Oops. I'm going to do this jump. Maybe we can skip on just a little bit so we don't get a copyright. And this is one way of doing it, isn't it? And we're going to make a jump. Now notice the arms go out. Whoop. Yeah, very I Pet Goat-ish. And down he goes. Okay, so we know the dam jump. Okay, so this is the main. I mean, there's just so much in this. There's just so much in this film. I don't know what to say, and it's a really good Bond film as well, because there's a few Bond films that are not that good, but this is one of the better ones. Okay. Anyway, there is a scene in this film where I've got her name now. It might be Natalia or something. I don't know. Anyway, Bond and her has got caught, and they're just escaping. Okay. Right before they do the escape scene, I'm pretty sure she mentions boys and toys. Okay. Now, boy toy is a Madonna reference. If you've ever, she in Like a Virgin, she has the belt buckle with boy toy on, and then I think Borderline, she's got a jacket with boy toy on the back of it, and it's a reference to Madonna. Boy toy is a reference to Madonna. Okay, and they say boys and the toys. I just picked out this particular spot. There's just tons of stuff in here. We've got the 3029, so we could read that backwards, 923, which is the twin date for 49 that's coming up right now. Okay, so the 23rd of September is the twin date for the 9th of April. Okay, so it's important, right? Anyway, we come on through, and at some point she gets recaptured, and Bond goes out of a window, smashes through, and look, here's the 46. I just did the Hanged Man with the 46, 49. Okay, come on, he is gonna steal a tank here. See if I can get to this point, because I want to try and do some of the more sort of the more sort of prominent bits of the scene. Here we go. Hang on a minute. I know this is painful. This is the car that the baddies are in, that they've got her captured. Notice the number plate. Yeah, with the 5994 in the middle of it. Oh. Okay, and there's several other number plates that pop up this with the 9459 numbers in them. Okay. Anyway, let's carry on, because there's a little scene here. Right here, I'll play this little bit. Again, here's our wall, here's our dam. This is what this is kind of representing. And here he comes with the tank. We've actually got some really good, it's a really good chase scene, this actually. Anyway, there's several other bits that he blows through. I don't know if I can get to any of those bits without too much difficulty. Come on. There's another one coming up right here. Alley. And guess what? Through the wall again. He just crashes through the wall. So there's several of these little scenes here. Anyway, he's finally, after a whole bunch of smashing and bashing. Actually, there is one more scene I need to show you, because this is classic. Here's the Perrier water, the Matthew Perrier water. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Get to the, yeah. They cannot not have a scene where they smash through a water truck. Okay. Great stuff. Okay, so we have another reference to busting open the container of the water. Okay, anyway. Finally catches up with this train. Okay, and then we're going to have a showdown with the tank and this train next. Okay, so let's get to where we're going to have this showdown with the tank and the train. So the first place that we see the train, and then we see this shot of the tank pulling up at the end of this tunnel here with the number 247 on the top of the tunnel here, the entrance. Okay, 247, could that possibly be some kind of a 9-4 reference as well? Let's take a look while we're here talking about Madonna. We want to go to this thing. We want to come down to the 247th day of the year. And where are we? Lo and behold, the 4th of September. 9-4 again is the 247th day of the year. Okay, so, you know, obviously we're going to have some references that cross over. Now, what I will say is that the day that we're going to be looking at here in just a second is 4-4. Well, you'll have already seen it on the thumbnail, and that is the 94th day of the year. Okay, 4-4, the 94th day of the year. That's important. These are again Madonna numbers here with the 172. The 127 is her gematria numbers. Okay. So let's get back to this train. So we can skip on a little bit here, but what's going to basically happen is Bond's going to shoot around at the train, derail the train, and we are going to have a kind of a little point here at, and in fact I've actually gone by the bit that I need. I need this bit. Oh, where the hell is it? I actually need just on from here. Okay. I have to stop and start a little bit to see the right spot. Okay. You might want to go on just a little bit slower. Okay. We're going to notice some numbers on the side of this train. If we could ever get to the right. Oh, there it was. Hang on. I might have actually gone by the number as well. I know this is painful, but this is the only real way I can do it without getting a... Oh, he's in there now. Sorry about this. I don't know why I'm not getting my... I hope I'm not on a version that's been kind of edited funny. That's the bit that I need there. Try this again. Okay. Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Come on. Painful, Dan. Absolutely painful. How can you make videos like this, mate? This is just terrible. Okay. Oh, come on. This may be... I don't know what the hell's going on here. Oh, here we are. Well, I've missed a number on the side of here, but anyway, we can see right here. I don't know if you can make this out, but this is 745. 745. Okay. Wish I could just get that. No. There is a number in there that, as it's coming to a halt, there's another number that I wanted to get. I'm sure it's 247 again. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, 745. We've already wasted enough time here. 745. Okay. Let's go. So we've got that number and we've got the tank number, which was 343. Okay. Let's just. Oh dear, it's painful now. Absolutely painful, this, mate. Okay, so we've got the 745 on the train. We've got the 343 on the tank. Right, well done. That took way too long to establish that. Let me show you something at the center of this table. Pay attention. 94, 44, and 48 are at the center of this table. Okay, this is what I call the Queen's Cross. So again, the Queen to do with Madonna. Okay. Here's the train number, 745. Okay, and then if we draw a line from our 3 to our 3, it's going to go straight through the center there, the 4s. So a 4 reference, 3, 4, 3. Okay, it forms that cross, like Jesus carrying the cross. Okay, now, okay, what's so interesting about that? Well, it's really where we're hitting the center point, okay, which is the 4-4. Okay, that's why this is interesting. Okay, it's not technically the center, but it's close to the center. Okay, so that is what is interesting about this. If you know some other decodes with the dartboard, you'll know that Madonna's numbers are opposite the numbers of pi. Her birthday is. Another thing to note about this little sequence here is that this is Pierce Brosnan's birthday right here, and in a leap year, Madonna's birthday actually ties in with Pierce Brosnan's birthday. Okay, for the days of the year. What else is there to say? Not an awful lot. Okay, this is absolutely terrible, this video. I'm sorry, but let's just go back to this whole thing here. When they finally get out of this thing, okay, actually, let's just play it here. Maybe he'll say it. Actually, I'll probably.
Maybe I should take care of the transportation for our trip to Cuba.
Our trip?
Do you know how to disarm the weapon?
I suppose that depends on what kind of weapon you're talking about.
Oh dear. I think I've even missed that spot as well.
Who you get into?
Standard operating procedure.
Get ready for it. Standard operating procedure.
Boys with toys.
Well, I don't know if that came out, but boys with toys. Okay. So there's a reference to boys and toys at the start of this, boys and toys at the end. Madonna is the boy toy. If we go now and look at the gematria, train 6226, Madonna 6226. In fact, it's got the 37 at the end there on the reverse reduction and the 37. It's a really good matchup. Tank is also a good matchup as well. 6226 in the reverse stuff. So fascinating stuff, isn't it? They even had the 46 tank sitting right there as well. So I don't know what to say other than 4-4 is a very interesting date for Madonna. She has a ton of 9-4 references in her work, should I say. Okay, so there's an absolute ton of 9-4 references. Anyway, that's the decode. Way too long. Oh, it's not too bad. 15 minutes. All right. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.